Hey guys, and welcome back to another Walking Dead video. Today I want to do a review for the entire season of World Beyond. So let's get right into this and talk about the pacing of the whole season and what my opinions are of how the show was structured this season. The first 5 episodes of this season, nothing really happens. Like half of this season is just absolutely trash because nothing happens. It focuses a lot on the children. Like season 1, they had that focus on Felix and Huck. In this first 5 episodes, Felix kind of just gets forgotten about quite a lot, and it focuses a lot on Hope and Iris kind of doing their thing, and Elton gets forgotten. It's like Hope, Iris, and Xylis, they're the 3 characters that you follow quite a lot in the first 5 episodes. And it's just really draining because the story doesn't move on for a really long time in the first 5 episodes. And that just kind of ruins it a lot, because after that you get some really good episodes, however, with like episode 6, 7, and 8. I think they are really good episodes. That's when Jadis comes in, Jadis does things, and a lot of stuff gets moving. Like, a lot happens in those 3 episodes. And they are all really good. It's like, you have no movement in the first 5 episodes, then 6, 7, 8 does all the movement, and then you get 9 and 10, which are just disappointments, because they come right after 6, 7, 8, which are all really good episodes. And 9 and 10 just kind of doesn't hit the finale, and not much happens. Like, it's just a happy ending, and 9 is just all build up, and 10 is just no payoff. And with the pacing that they had, where the first half of the season was nothing, they really stretched out. This could have been a 6 episode season, I think, but they stretched it to 10. And I think that really shows, because the first 5 episodes were basically nothing and there was no actual progression of the story there. The last 5 feel really rushed, and it really ruins the season for me, because I really enjoyed 6, 7, and 8. However, they were super rushed, those episodes, because they had to put in a whole season story, because the first 5 episodes did nothing. It didn't help that characters I actually liked in season 1 were sidelined this season 2. Like, Felix basically gets sidelined. What's the point of keeping him around? They should have killed him off in season 1 if he basically did nothing in season 2, just so they can have a happy ending with Will at the end. That kind of annoyed me, that a character I liked did nothing. Another character, I didn't like him, but Elton, he had no purpose in this season. He literally did nothing. Xylis had his own story, Hope had her own story, and sadly, Iris had her own story. Elton just kind of did nothing the entire season. They even give Percy a story, but Elton did nothing the entire season, which really annoyed me. There are some positives of the season, though. 6, 7, 8 really focused on the adults. I really liked that. There was less focus on the children in the second half of the final season. The first half of the final season was mostly on the kids, which really sucked. But the second half, once Jadis came in, they needed to give Jadis a lot of screen time. So it really focused on Leo Bennett, Dr. Belshaw, I think, and Huck, and then Jadis. I really liked, once they brought those characters in, they really focused on them, and it really made good TV. Talking about Huck, I believe she's one of the best characters this season, and she has the best story of this season easily. Just because at the start of the season, she's a bad guy, and she ends the season as an anti-hero, and it makes sense how she went from A to B. It's a really good story. They Negan'd her really well, and she became an anti-hero. I really liked her arc. It made sense. It was very good. It was very well paced, and it was just really good. I really like what they did with Huck. By the time her death happened, I cared. However, not all characters were good. Iris, she just got more annoying as the episodes went on, and it got back to episode 6, I think, or 7 or 8. I don't remember which one, but she became unbearable to the point I just hated her. Like, I always thought Xylis was the worst in the first season, but I can't believe Iris annoyed me more than Xylis by the end of this season. That was like a miracle that happened. Some standout characters I didn't expect to be really good this season, though, are definitely Elizabeth Kubrick. It's a shame that she was only in the first 5 episodes, the bad episodes, but she was the only good thing of the first 5 episodes. Elizabeth Kubrick, I really liked her. She was a really compelling character. And Jadis, because Jadis made no stupid decisions. She was a clear villain, and she was a very smart villain. I really liked how she was a smart villain. She never did anything stupid. Like, even though Negan was the villain of The Walking Dead season 7 and 8, he did a lot of stupid decisions. And it's a habit of villains to do stupid decisions. But Jadis was always smart decisions. Oh, they're trying to escape. Lockdown. And when Leo Bennett escaped, it made sense how they escaped. with a well-written, smart villain, it made the characters that are the good guys that we hate smart. And we did have kind of one downside with Percy going full idiot and deciding to run after him and get shot back in the head. And that was dealt really badly with kind of his death just being like, oh, it's done, move on. That was bad. The deaths this season are not very good. I think the only death that was good was Huck's death. That was done well. I don't know why Huck at the end decided to tell Jadis so Jadis could escape. It's like, oh, I know you want to be in the movie, so I'm going to tell you that I'm about to blow this place up so you can have time to escape and then put my mum in prison. Yeah, that was kind of stupid when Huck did that. But all the other deaths, which is very little, were just kind of bad. I didn't like Dennis's. Percy's was bad. There should have been more deaths. Other things, there was nothing special about this. The post-credit scene, which was really cool, but other than that, it wasn't a very good season. It was paced badly. The story was stretched out and rushed. It wasn't a very good story. The characters, a lot of the characters just kind of felt really stupid and they felt like they were just there and they didn't add to the story. Like, I felt like the only ones pushing the story forwards were maybe Leo, Jadis, Huck, and maybe, sadly, Iris a little. Iris pushed the story a little forwards. They are the characters I felt pushed the story forwards. Like, even Zayas had his own story, but nothing was going on there until Huck came to them. It's just like, we could have pushed the cast down quite a lot more. You had a lot of fluff in the cast that should have been killed off or should have not been in this season because they were useless. It wasn't a very good show, and if I go to my one sentence, that's one word over review. I wouldn't recommend this. This is a bad show. I wouldn't recommend watching the second season. I wouldn't recommend watching this first season. Just don't touch this show. Like, it's only 2 seasons. Don't touch it. I wouldn't recommend it. It doesn't even feel like a season finale. It feels like it just ends, and it feels like there should be a 3rd season the way it ends. Like, oh, here's all the characters being set up for a 3rd season. That's never happening. That's what it feels like. It was a disappointment. It was not a very good season. Wouldn't recommend it. But what did you think about season 2 of World Beyond? Please tell me down below. If you want more content, look on the screen. I recommend you click on it. And subscribe if you want more content. I do content almost all the time. You'll find something else you like, guaranteed. And that's it for me for tonight. So goodbye, peace out, and I'll talk to you later.